To my news journalist friends out there, that is a news line. Mel has sustained an injury from holding her face on Last One Laughing.
Yes.
I'm going to let someone else write that one up, but I love that you're going to have a jaw massage.
It's a TMJ. It's called a TMJ.
Is it?
Yes. I don't know what it stands for, but it's a TMJ.
Too much jaw.
Exactly. Well, hello there, Deathlings. I'm Mel Gedroych, and this is the show where celebrities joyfully design their own deaths. Welcome to...
Well, there's a wink, there's a wink.
Today's guest is a broadcasting powerhouse. She's a woman who's helmed Woman's Hour, sparred with politicians on Newsnight, and taken live callers from zero to emotional breakthrough in under 4 minutes. She's the nation's favourite interrogator, part journalist, part therapist, part human lie detector. So I'm not going to lie, I'm forming a light sheen of sweat on my brow as I prepare to ask questions to the top question asker herself. It's the fearless, fabulous
Emma Barnett. Emma Barnett.
I think they added in some extra harmonies for you, Emma Barnett.
Good, because I can't sing.
Can you not?
No. Deep voice from the age of 5.
It's a great voice.
No melody.
What about settling you in the choir in a sort of baritone, a rich baritone?
I could try and rap. Maybe.
Yes.
Anything with they had to. I was in a musical. Don't know why I'm telling you this. It feels like a confession booth.
It
though.
is kind of.
I was in a musical when I was 12. I played Golda in Fiddler on the Roof, the wife, because I was the only 12-year-old who understood sarcasm at a husband at that age somehow.
Oh, Golda's brilliant.
But they had to sub in a girl who could sing from the side of the stage for my singing parts while I mimed. So that's how good my acting was. But how bad my singing was. And the other thing to tell you, Mel, that I've never told anyone else is I joined a choir when my first child was born called Singing Mamas. I was so desperate to get out of the house and have community.
Yeah, something.
But I just mimed the whole way through that as well.
Singing Mamas. Is it still going?
Yes, no, I think it is. And they're a great local group. And I'm really sorry that I pretended to sing, but my son really liked looking up all these amazing women.
But did they bust you that you were miming?
One woman did, yes.
And she grasped?
No, she was like, I don't know why you're here, but okay. I was like, I need it.
Oh, that's really good. So good. Golda is one of the best characters in the musical theatre canon.
And I'm not into musicals, but that was a great role.
It's a cracker. I was really lucky, actually. I was taken to see Topol on stage.
No.
Yeah, it must have been in the 80s. My godmother took me, and it was Ruddy Topol at the Palladium.
I would have...
And that song, Do You Love Me?
I can't obviously reply in song. Do I what? I just reply with the voice.
That's good. The sarcastic
I'm your wife. Of course.
Oh, it's so good.
After 25 years, I've milked your whatever.
I've washed your somethings.
I've given you children.
Yes.
After 25 years.
Oh.
Anyway, let's not do this.
Do you love me? Oh, it's so good.
You're a fool. I know.
Can I just say, really good to kick off the pod with a bit of musical theatre. That's the first time it's happened, and it is everything. And it's a perfect time to go away to these people who want to sell you something, Deathlings. Do buy their products, but think about it first. Coming up.
I was still above her as I went to hug her, and I put my whole hand in her mouth. I literally still to this day. I went to hug her, 4 of my fingers.
Now, Deathlings, this is exciting. Do you remember when we had Maisie Adam on the pod and she told us how fat-faced shop assistants used to go surfing?
Surfing is a acronym for
Oh no.
say hello.
Oh God.
Understand the customer. Relate to them. If you know where the fitting rooms are. I introduce a new product. N never
leave here without buying
leave
anything.
them alone, I think it is.
Never leave them alone.
And G
alone.
is you have to say goodbye. Even if they've just come in for like a minute and you've not spoken to them yet, you have to go, goodbye.
So good. Well, look at what has arrived at the studio for little old me. Good throw. Oh, I've always wanted one that does crossies at the back. Guys, I mean, look, nice cups. Yes, please. I'm definitely going to wear this. Thank you very much, Fat Face. There is more. I can see it in my sideline. It's a beautiful pink dress. Oh my God. What a lovely colour. And so light with this new weather that we're having at the moment. Oh, this is what I believe the young'uns call a cord. So you get a trouser and also a top. Really like oh, look. Nice little bag. Oh, hello. There's another one. She's got on a big bag for a big bag. That is beautiful for the beach, guys. This is so cool. Listen, I feel really spoilt here, but I want to share the love a little bit because the best bit is our listeners get 20% off until 16th of August. 20% off. Shop the collection at fatface.com using the code where there's a will 20, okay? 20% off till 16th of August, where there's a will 20. So good. Now, listen, we're going to move on to this, please. And can I say that for your musical theatre alone, these gates should be open to
Thank you.
Genuinely. Who would be your gatekeeper if there were to be a gatekeeper at the end of life? Is there a gatekeeper?
Don't know. I mean, I think it's quite interesting when you. So I am not religious. This is always wrongly reported because there's confusion around. I'm Jewish, but you have to belong to a certain one of the synagogues. And I grew up, and I've said this publicly, and it gets misreported as part of a member of the Orthodox synagogue. But that doesn't mean you are remotely Orthodox necessarily. For some people, it does. But why I'm bringing that up is, you know, you go to Sunday school in my case, which my son is being subjected to at the moment. Well, he, to be fair, comes out happy, but goes in going, it's a Sunday. But you know, there is a bar mitzvah ahead. We are at that level, and we're culturally Jewish, very much so. But I would like to learn more again, because what I was trying to say is, I don't know about anyone else, but if you've had any religious education, I think it freezes in time where you had it, what you thought. So if you just leave it at the age of 12, or I did do the GCSE at 15, 16, but that wasn't a religious education. That was more exploring different faiths and theologies. I still think of God as having a big beard sitting on a cloud. It's the most juvenile, or whatever the thing I was shown.
Yes.
It doesn't update.
Yes.
And obviously you
Yes.
then have different understandings of how you can feel in the world and
Yeah.
what might be, and the stories we tell ourselves and how powerful they are. But I'd like an update, please, on end of life. Now I'm here. Who's there? What's happening?
Listen.
As ever, the journalist with too many questions.
Really wanting it nailed down.
Yeah. Like, so I want to get in there, and I want to figure out if everyone should be there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
get a bit of chat
Yes,
going. And I
yes.
think I'm pretty good at chat. I'm a good listener.
You're an incredible chatter /
Chatter.
listener. Both of those things. I like the idea of going in and interrogating, working the room,
Yeah.
seeing if it's a place you want to be first up. And I love the idea that you assume that you will just go in. I think you'll have a pass. There'll be some kind of lanyard, Emma, with your name on it, which will allow you access all areas. And no one is going to prevent that.
I always take a lanyard off immediately. I don't like name badges, and I can't eat off a tray because it makes me think I'm back in school. So these are just some of the restrictions I like to get rid of. But I like the idea that there's a pass.
This is so good. I mean, listen, we don't know yet if you're going to go heavenwards, but I'm pretty sure I've got a good idea that you will be, but
Okay.
let's see.
Okay.
But snackage in heaven, presumably, has got to be quite precise for you.
Savoury. Well, no,
Savoury.
the precision has only come because of the hours.
Yeah, okay.
So everything at that time is quite set. If you I get up at 3:21. The 1 minute makes me feel like I've won against the machine. I've been doing it since I was a kid. It's so weird.
3:21.
Yeah, I used to 6:01 when I was a kid, when I first had to got an alarm clock and had to get up early, so I didn't live near our school. I've been doing it for years, so I don't know what that says about me. Nothing else in my life is like that. I just have this one thing. I like odd numbers, and then it's like, out of the thing, hair is done from the night before, and then into makeup in the bathroom.
You're like Mary Berry. She often sleeps with the hairdo and then gets up in the morning and the hairdo is still
Yeah,
in
my
place.
hair, I don't wash my hair. I wash my hair every 6 days.
You've got great hair.
It's a lot of dry shampoo.
Yes.
Oat based.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, everything is and then the food is packed the night before, but the eggs are got out the fridge just as I leave. So I've never been like this before, but now it's militant.
You sort of have to be.
Yeah, because you don't want to be hungry on air.
No, and the stuff that you're dealing with, your brain needs to be fed, doesn't it?
Yes, everything needs to be.
Everything needs to be. God, amazing, amazing. Now, talk of savoury. This leads us very nicely onto this.
The Last Supper.
This is your Last Supper. You can go absolutely flipping. You can go nuts. What's it going to be?
I am known as a very good luncher. I love an epic lunch. I started in journalism just before the crash, the recession that was when I was coming into the world of work, so sort of 2006, 7. And they were the last heydays of Soho, I'm told, because I joined a business magazine that covered the media industry, and we would sometimes lunch into dinner, and I'd be having to go to the loo and write down any tidbits I was getting for news. I was trying to be a news journalist, didn't know how to do it. One time my pen ran out. I ran a tip. I wrote it on my leg in eyeliner. And you'd have to drink to keep up with like the Adland men, as I was sort of covering at the time. And it was epic. And I got this huge, I'm from Manchester and I'd moved to London, and I genuinely learnt my way around London a bit through restaurants. So that was a
how delightful,
great way to start. And so the reason I kind of can't quite believe how militant one part of my days had to become is because I would not be like that normally. So a final supper, a Last Supper would start with some garlic snails and the best French baguette and salted butter.
Come on. And we're starting presumably about midday. I mean,
Yeah.
this is going to be a long...
I hope so.
This is going to be a long kind of naughty 90s-esque
I would like that.
lunch. So good.
And I would then move on to some chippy chips, salt and vinegar, like fat ones, none of the skinny stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd have a really great green salad and a big lobster with garlic butter. So there's a lot of garlic going on.
Love garlic.
If we went a different way, it could be sushi, but I feel it should be warm because it's the last
Yeah.
one.
With your garlic snail, lovely. I've only had them a few times. For me, it's kind of elastic band, but with lots of garlic.
What you feel, the texture.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit more like mushrooms, little buttered mushrooms. maybe.
Yeah.
I think you've had a dodgy one.
Maybe I had a dodge one.
I don't know. I tried them first time in Paris.
Yeah.
It felt really like, they felt naughty.
Yeah.
And so I like anything that
It does
feels a
feel
bit like,
naughty.
oh, this is a treat. And it's not something
Yes.
I would make. I always try and order food in restaurants I can't make.
Yes.
Which would be most things, but to
Yeah.
a high level.
Yeah.
Or ingredients you'd be too scared to maybe handle.
And it's very French, your Last Supper.
It is quite French now, I've said it. The
Le
chippy
dernier
chips.
dîner.
They're not. And then
The chippy chips.
yeah, they would want a frite,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
not looking for that. As
Yeah.
the northern has to have an influence somewhere. And then
Do you like a mushy pea, Emma?
no,
No, because I love a mushy pea.
but I like a curry sauce with a bit
Yeah.
of fish and chips, which
Like
isn't.
gravy, I think.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Well,
You're
But no.
southern though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm Leatherhead.
Right.
I am pure burbs. Southern burbs, Emma.
Love it.
Yeah. London to me is still like, I come out of the tube and I'm still a bit excited.
No, I think I am still. And I
Do
grew
you-
up in a city, but a much smaller one. So
But
you know,
it's Do
it
you
is
love?
exciting.
Yeah.
I'm a city girl through and through.
Yeah.
I know you're
yes.
meant to want, maybe as you get older, to crave big green spaces. And I do like it. But you just walk down to the canal. You can walk down to
Yeah.
some water and
Yeah.
then you back out in life.
Yeah. I'm with you. I like it for a day or two, and then I start. I don't know. I'm not great.
And then am I going to have a pudding?
Oh, of
Okay.
course.
I don't know why it's gone French, but I would have a chocolate eclair, a really beautifully made, not the sweet, the pastry. And I think we're starting with, just to be clear, possibly a martini or a margarita.
Oh,
Then we're
nice.
having,
Salty rim, surely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always,
always.
straight up, no ice.
Yeah.
And then we're going, depending, but like, I don't know anything about wine, but I might go for a white burgundy.
Okay. Yes.
I know nothing, I've just had it and it was great.
That seems weird because to me those are two colours. White burgundy.
I know.
Is
but
it
you
white?
can
Is
do
it red?
that. You can do that. And then I'd
Okay.
end with some whiskey. I love a smoky whiskey.
Ah.
Yeah.
Your voice to me says that it should be promoting a whiskey.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I leave the BBC, I'm looking for a glasses brand deal and a whiskey deal.
It's all going to happen.
Okay, thank you.
It's all going to happen. And I'm thinking with the whiskey, a big old balloon.
Yeah, well,
Oh
whatever.
no, is it a balloon
It's
with
a
whiskey?
tumbler.
Tumbler. It's gotta be a tumbler.
You've gone brandy, maybe.
I've gone a
there.
bit brandy.
You could do brandy. I'll do whiskey. We
Okay.
can dominate in our field.
Later in the show,
Even my son now, he's 8. I'm like, what's the goss? What's the line? Like where he's been, I need a top line, right? Top 2 lines. I don't want any of this, and so husband's been
What's the
slightly
line?
tricked. What's the line? What's the detail?
So do you think you're going to die in a French restaurant? No.
No, I think I need to be, if I'm going to die at the meal, can I die at the meal?
Well, listen, let's discuss. You can die wherever you want to, Emma Barnett, and in whatever way you want.
I think, dying in your bed, happy, warm, sun on your face would be lovely,
Yeah.
and I just don't want to freak anyone out. So I think dying at a table would freak people out, and I don't want anyone to have any residual trauma to do with my death. But dying in your bed after, or on a lovely, like a chaise longue or something where you're sleeping afterwards with just a bit of a book that you've tried to read and fail after a boozy lunch. That would be a great way to go.
Lovely. Into a sort of nap.
Yeah. And I think, we're talking like I'm retiring in my mind here in Miami. I've got massive hair.
Great.
Got Dolly Parton, the bigger hair, closer to God kind of vibe. I think that'll do me well at these so-called pearly gates. And I'm of a good age and I'm in good health. And I have, good family and friends. Like that would be the absolute dream. I mean, I did grow up watching the Golden Girls with my grandmother. And I don't think they were that old, I now think, or realise.
It's weird, isn't it?
I
know.
I think one of them was only sort of
60?
Yeah, or maybe 55 when it began.
Oh, God.
So that's all quite funny to reflect on now. But, the Sunshine States and warmth be great.
Yeah, lovely. No, I like the sound of it. I do. I think, well, God willing. Now, this is the exciting bit. Deathlings, take note.
Death notices.
Here lies the tale of a life story so catastrophically awkward it deserves its own tiny headstone. I'm so excited. I went to a job interview and for once felt prepared, polished, and only mildly sweaty until they asked me to share a challenge I'd overcome. I launched confidently into a story, only to realise mid-sentence that the ending made me look absolutely terrible. Not mildly unprofessional, but full irresponsible disaster.
Oh, Lord.
Spoiler alert, I left small children unattended while I ran to a local hardware shop on the same road, frantically searching for something that could unsuperglue a child's hand to its head. Nannying wasn't for me. Whew.
Oh,
amazing.
Wow.
I'd already committed, though. There was no elegant escape route, so I ploughed on, narrating my own downfall while the interviewer watched with the expression of someone witnessing a slow-motion car crash. By the time I reached the dreadful ending, even I wanted to leave the room and never return. I didn't get the job. I did, however, gain a mortifying little anecdote perfect for your graveyard of shame. Yours in eternal cringe, but loyal deathling to the end, Marie, with some kisses.
Have you ever been a nanny? Have you ever done a child minding / nannying?
No. That's no. The first gig was when I had a child and had to look after them. But this, in the graveyard of shame, you've not asked me for one, but this has brought up a memory that I feel like I actually do want to share with you.
Please do.
And when I explain the story to friends, they need me to act it out almost, but I think we'll be able to do it, even though we're on, an audio as well as visual podcast here. The thing I will always cringe about till I die is very early on in my journalism career, and I was, just coming up, I was amazed to win this award. And it was at the online awards when digital journalism was just happening. And it was kind of, best new reporter or something like that. And I was so amazed.
Oh my
and
God,
I'd had
it's
loads of
brilliant.
drinks and I didn't think it was going to be me or whatever. And it was a big deal to me at the time. And it was a good thing to obviously happen when you're trying to, get established in a competitive field. So I went up on stage to receive the award, and really randomly, my husband, who does not work in the same field, or certainly didn't then, his boss was in the audience because I think they're at a big company and they were sponsoring one of the awards.
Right.
And I knew her and she was lovely and she was very, very friendly, not frightening sort of boss. And she came over, she's American, and she's so smiley and happy. And she came over to me and was like, "Oh my God, Emma." And I was like, "Yes." And I came off the stage, but I was still above her as I went to hug her. And I put my whole hand in her mouth. I I literally still to this day. I went to hug her, four of my fingers. Her mouth was open really wide. I went to hug her. I had a few drinks and I missed the angle to put my arm around her, and four of my fingers went into her mouth and then came back out again. And I could still feel the graze of her teeth along the top of my index finger.
Oh God, that is
So
marvelous.
Marie, I want to join you in the graveyard of shame.
Oh, that's marvelous. Did you see her again?
Yeah, we've stayed
Still,
friends.
do you ever talk about it?
She doesn't remember it. She was smashed, I think, as well.
Oh, that's really good. Or is she just being really, really, really polite?
I don't know, but I rang my husband. I rang up Jeremy and I went, "I put my hand in your boss's mouth, and I won an award. Not for that." I'm really sorry. I don't know why I had to tell you that,
Oh,
but I didn't want to leave Marie alone.
That's so good. That is absolutely marvelous.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to sort of exercise the shame by sharing it here now.
Yeah, no, consider it exercised.
Okay, thank you.
No,
It does have a confessional vibe, this podcast, doesn't
kind of
it?
does. Yeah, it kind of does.
Like, what do you need to say before you go?
Yes. Oh, we'll get onto that. We'll bloody get onto that. Dear listeners and viewers, if you want to get your mail read out on the podcast by one of our fantastic guests, like the brilliant Emma Barnett, the email address is mail@deathpodcast.co.uk. Couldn't be simpler. That wasn't part of the address. I just said couldn't be simpler.
Because I am a member of a religion, there is a format. And I do think this is where religions come into their own.
It's
There's
genius.
structure.
Yeah.
There's precedent. And
You can cling to it.
yeah, and the family can cling to it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So a Jewish funeral, I mean, family, parties, food is hugely important to all cultures, and Jewish people are no different, of
Yeah.
course. But for all of the joy and the loudness and the partying of the calendar moments of a Jewish calendar or a Jewish person's life, a funeral is so pared back.
Is it?
There's nothing. I mean, first of all, you get buried on the same day or the next day.
So if you do shiva,
Yeah.
how does that work with the 24-hour
So-
thing? I didn't know that. I
so
thought there was a
So
few days.
sitting shiva is the process of mourning in the home. So you can do it for one day, you can do it for a week.
Okay.
You do it, sure there is a very specific amount of time that I'm not nailing here, and a rabbi will write in. But I have seen it done a few different ways, but that comes after the funeral. So,
I thought it was there with the person.
no, so
who died.
so
Okay.
the whole thing is you're not meant to be left alone after you've died. So somebody sits with the body. So that's that part. And then you bury as soon as possible. That's just the tradition. And it's it's not the only religion or culture to do that. It is quite, what I think is very powerful about it, obviously if there's post-mortems that need to be done or whatever, but what I think is very powerful about it is it forces everyone immediately to have to change everything because someone's died. You have to make the funeral, you have to drop everything. And I think it sounds really weird, but obviously there are people who would have rather buried their loved ones sooner, but there are financial issues. There are, it's very expensive now and has been for some time for people, or they can't get a date. Even death can be congested and difficult. But in the Jewish religion, you pay into a burial board as part of your synagogue membership.
I didn't know.
You
that.
can.
I didn't know that.
It's quite a strange thing to be doing from an early point in your life. And if you follow the old model, which was you join a synagogue once you get married, maybe, you're paying a little bit of money towards your fees the whole way through your life. I suppose it's no difference to insurance.
It's really practical.
It's very practical
Yeah.
that death is part of life.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time I went to a Jewish funeral, I was amazed by how it's just a box in the middle of the room, like a wooden box. There's no coffins, there's no fanciness. It's very quick after the death, typically, if nothing else has stopped it. And it's you came back as you came. You go back as you came, I should say.
Wow.
And so there's no, I'm sorry if I can't give you a very glamorous or a
No,
very
love it.
strange
No, I love it.
funeral, but I really like it about it, and it hasn't
poetic.
changed.
It's poetic.
Yes. I found it really scary to see a box in the middle of the room, and I've now seen them, throughout my life of different connections to people.
Yeah.
I
Are we talking open box?
No.
Or no, closed. Yeah.
Yeah. My husband
Yeah.
recently went to a funeral where it was open and he'd never
Yeah.
seen that before.
Yeah.
I've never done that. Have you done that?
Only the once.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
Did you know it was going to happen?
I did actually.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. He didn't.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I've never seen a dead person yet. So, but I
Yeah.
think I wrote about death cafes years ago. Do you know? You must know about those.
No.
That people. Okay, so there's a movement where people go and talk about death, and they have little meetups because they're either scared of it or someone's just died in their life. And the theory of it, and again, people who are more familiar will know more detail, but my memory of it was that we've become really bad at death. So we used to have dead bodies laid out in the home. It was part of life. We would die much earlier. We would know people who had died, a bit like we would know babies when we were growing up.
Yeah.
We would have like genuinely the first time I properly held a baby was my own at 33.
Gosh.
I mean, I must have held along the way, but I mean, really
Yes.
looked after.
Yeah.
And the same was true for my husband in terms of the baby side of things. So we're really bad now at understanding
Because our
death.
communities have changed so much, haven't
Yeah.
they? And I think we sanitize ourselves from death because none of us want to die. We all want to. There's this whole thing about we've got to stay young. We've got to keep young. We've got
Yes.
to. We're just trying to sort of put off the.
Yeah, I mean,
moment,
we're going into this optimization point, aren't we?
Yeah.
Where it's, I recently started hormone replacement therapy, and one of my friends is not doing it, and I did say to her, "It's because you like to suffer, isn't it?" And she is sort of a part of that is she wants to see if she can go without and how she's doing, but the other part that she feels conflicted by is the longevity part of it, where people try and say, I mean, hormone replacement therapy, if you can take it, you should. That's not, you obviously have to get medical advice, but if you're not doing well, it really helps you. It's a replacement. But for some women, they don't like the messaging around it will keep you, the longevity stuff. And I hadn't thought about that till she said that to me. So I think we are entering this optimization era, but we're still going to die, right?
Yeah. It's the only certainty of life, Emma.
I know. And how are you going to go? But it's also weird for me. Like, I have a chronic condition. I have two, and endometriosis and adenomyosis.
Yeah.
And the hallmarks of those conditions, among other things, are pain. And I regularly stalk about not very well. And I think that is a strange aspect of what is being well. It changes things in your mind.
Sure.
So, I try very hard to enjoy being alive, and I really like being well, and I get my energy from people, and I like hearing their stories, and I want to do that. And I recently launched my own podcast called Ready to Talk at the BBC, and sitting with people and hearing how they get through and make life as bearable as possible after some of the most extraordinary things, and then brilliant as well, their lives. It is really what it's all about. And I don't think that's to deny death, but I just want to enjoy living as much as possible.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the Ready to Talk?
I am. I really
Yeah.
am. Listen, I've interviewed more than 1,000 people
Yeah.
over the last 10 years or so, and I often don't get sort of 12 minutes with them, whatever the segment is, on because I've been a live broadcaster. So now going back to some of the stories where I was like, what actually happened? Or how did that feel?
Fascinating.
Or, Tracy Emin came on, and we just actually talked about what it was to be in pain, to be a woman, to create, and have the space to roam around that sort of conversation. I've for me, to butcher Virginia Woolf, I've wanted to create this audio room of one's own for a long time.
Brilliant. How brilliant you're doing it as well.
Yeah, and I think I really love telling people's stories as well as possible, and them helping them do it, because we aren't always the best storytellers of ourselves. And picking up on the thing they didn't sort of say, or going back to it, it's really important. It's really important.
Coming up soon.
I can't cope with the kids getting older, even though I've dreamt of it. To have the chats, to take them to things, to,
slipping through my fingers.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's all that. And I'll just be mush on the floor.
Right, Goddess Charlie, before we get into today's wake, I need to tell you about something that has absolutely brought me back to life. Fat Face's new summer campaign, In Hot Pursuit.
Do you remember Maisie Adam revealing the surfing SURFING acronym that fat-faced shop assistants used to use.
I, for one, will never forget it. Maisie Adam was sitting just there. From say hello to say goodbye, they've got it all covered. And honestly, with this new collection, I would happily let somebody surf me straight into a changing room.
Lovely. All that sunny nostalgia. All those good times vibes. Treasure, summer holiday chic.
Exactly, Goddess Charlie. And I've already picked my favourites. The matching cords and those lightweight summer dresses. Perfect for wafting around on holiday pretending you're in a film.
And we love a perk. Fatface is giving Where There's a Will, There's a Wake listeners 20% off with the code Where There's a Will 20 until the 16th of August.
Treat yourself. You can shop the collection at fatface.com with 20% off using the code Where There's a Will 20. Isn't that good? Where There's a Will 20. I'm imagining quite a glamorous burial for you,
Yeah.
Emma. I'm imagining there's a wind. Because you've talked about hair a lot.
Yeah.
And your godmother was a hairdresser, which I love. Did she used to do your hair?
Yeah.
How lovely.
She's the reason I think and there'll be someone who says this is not true, but she saw I had very fine hair when I was born. And this isn't because we were obsessed with me being called Barnet. So there had to be a nominative determinism about this. But I had this very, like this bob the whole way through the first few years of my life. And she said, we need to keep cutting it to get it thicker and thicker and thicker. So I had this fabulous little like 20s style bob.
Nice. Coco Chanel, hello.
Exactly. I mean, it was wild, and my daughter's hair is so wild like that. Mine was then, and she's only 3. But she's like, no, we need to get it thicker. So I think I have a lot of fine hair, but it was because of her.
You have got a cracking barnet.
It's very greasy today. But
No.
I did dry shampoo it.
No, it's really, really good. I have got my father's hair, which is beyond fine. And it's also becoming a nice sort of cul-de-sac around this area, which I have mentioned before. But anyway, that's fine. We do a sort of Arthur
Yeah,
Scargill
but you like doing
over.
plaits and stuff.
I do
don't
like
you?
doing plaits.
Which is fabulous. I
Yeah.
still don't really know how to do hair. And once I found out I was having a daughter, I was like, oh gosh, gonna have to learn.
Yes. Have you learnt?
Yeah, I mean, I can do one, but it's a bit
Yeah.
loose.
And she'll get to the age, I never mastered it, where she'll say, can I have a French plait?
Well, she'll have to pay
Can I have a
someone.
Dutch plait?
She'll have to find someone. I
Yeah.
had to pay someone in the playground, 10p when I was a kid. There's this wonderful girl called Vicky.
Oh, really?
She had a queue.
Did she?
It's amazing. My mum couldn't do one.
To do plaiting?
Yeah, but
mine
really
may.
technical.
Really? Yes, like where they start up there
Yeah.
and go down.
Amazing.
Wow. What's she doing now? Do you know?
No.
Would you ever go to a school reunion? Do you like that sort of thing?
There
The
is
journalist in you would love it, I'm sure.
There is a journalist one coming up. We are 20 years or 20 something years out of our postgrads.
I imagine you'd be amazing at those kind of reunions because you'd get the meat and the juice out of people.
I will. I mean, if you come home, if you ever live with me, Mel, I mean, even my son now, he's 8. I'm like, what's the goss? What's the line? Like, where he's been, I need a top line, right?
Yeah.
Top 2 lines. I don't want any of this, and so husband's been
What's the
slightly what's the line? What's the detail? Because Jeremy would come up with something like not very detailed, and then 3 days later we'll be seeing some other friends and he'll say something that happened at that particular friendship chat he'd had the night before, and he'd not said it to me. I was like, no, you've got to learn, you distill this. But the only thing I'm not good at about reunions is I don't know if it's a thing I'm going through at the moment. I don't love nostalgia.
Oh, really?
So I don't love going back in time, because
Really?
my godmother's no longer with us, for instance, or
Yeah.
I have a propulsion to move forward. Yeah, not that I remember people, I adore them, but I miss some people so much. And
Yeah.
going back in time, it almost gives me vertigo.
Mm.
Like, who was I? Who are you? In films when people don't achieve what they thought they were going to achieve, it kills me. The way we were. I'm just how it was, but how it is. Can't cope.
So not sentimental, would you say?
I think I avoid sentimentality because
Yeah.
it dizzies me a bit.
It's probably quite good. I think it can be baggage, actually.
Well,
Too much nostalgia can be.
I'm making a film at the moment, and I had to go and find some old photos of me, which meant trawling through, albums, with sticky photos in that you sort of half hanging out. And I did feel dizzy afterwards. I sort of thought, whoa, everybody in that photo is dead.
Oh, man.
All my grandparents, godparents, actually now, a cousin's father. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah.
I can't cope with the kids getting older. even though
Yeah.
I've dreamt of it. To have the chats, to take them to things, to, you know,
Slipping through my fingers.
yeah, oh my gosh, it's all that. And I'll just be mush on the floor.
You haven't hit secondary school, have
No.
you? No, not with your elder. No,
Yeah,
no.
8 and 3, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, secondary school is interesting.
I'll just be wearing shades the whole way through this experience.
I'm also seeing shades at your burial, Emma, in a
Yes.
really good way.
Yeah, we're all
I'm
in
seeing the
shades.
hair, and I'm seeing shades. I'm seeing Fellini is what I'm seeing. Sorry to sound pretentious, Deathlings, but if we can, I'm seeing Fellini.
I want to
You're
get...
quite Fellini, you are.
Well, the hair's got to be good when I die.
Yeah, it will be.
Thank you.
It blooming will be. Now, can I just say thank you so much for coming on Where There's a Will There's a Way.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a long-held wish of myself and of production.
Oh, no, I'm so happy to be here. And as I said to you when I walked in, I've been really worried about your face ever since I watched you on Last One laughing, because your non-laughing face, don't do it again. I'm worried about your jaw, you know. Are you okay?
Well, you telling that story of your husband's boss and you being up on stage and then the whole hand going in the mouth, I'm going to have that done to me for money tomorrow, because the inside of the jaw needs to be massaged. I know. Call me a showbiz twat. Call me it.
No,
it's absolutely
I'm
fine.
sorry. Okay,
I'm
so
having it massaged.
To my news journalist friends out there, that is a news line. Mel has sustained an injury from holding her face on Last One laughing.
Yes.
I'm going to let someone else write that one up. But I love that you're going to have a
It's
jaw
a TMJ.
massage.
It's called a TMJ.
Is it?
Yes. I don't know what it stands for, but it's a TMJ.
Too much jaw.
Exactly. I talked to the dentist about it and he said, TMJ, you're going to need that massaged.
Well, you were formidable on it. And I've
Oh,
loved you for a
listen.
long time anyway, you know, from lunch to now.
You're too young for that, Emma.
I'm
That
not.
was- well, you must have been a child.
I was.
Were you bunking off school?
No, maybe. I absolutely love all that you do. But
Wow.
watching your face was the pinnacle. And now being with you.
It's been amazing having you on Where There's a Will There's a Way. There's one more thing we must do, dear Emma, which is this.
Spin, 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 spin for your sins.
If you wouldn't mind giving this medium cost prop a good old spin, this determines where you're going to end up. Oh
my gosh, where is it?
hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. This is a really rare one, Emma. You are going to be reborn.
Oh my goodness.
Do you like the idea of that?
Rebirth is, yeah, let's do it. Can I just not have
So good.
Short-
Stipulations.
short-sightedness,
Okay.
endometriosis, and can I have amazing hormones for the whole of my life?
We're going to make that happen.
Thank you.
It's all sorted. Emma Barnett, thank you so much and see you next time. Well, my deathlings, another shiny headstone has been hammered into our ever-growing boneyard, this one bearing the name of broadcasting powerhouse, Emma Barnett. Join us next week when a new deliciously doomed celeb shuffles our way, and if patience isn't your virtue, just dive into the archives. There are simply loads of cracking episodes in there than Emma Has Today programme alarm clocks. Until then, my special sweethearts, drift safely. You're listening to Where There's a Will There's a Wake with me, Mel Gedroich. The senior producer is Charlie Morell and the junior producer is Rani Prescott, otherwise known as the Goddesses. The engineers are Gulliver Lawrence Tickle, Matthias Torres and Joshua Gibbs. Marketing's by Anya G. Spence. The executive producer is Ollie Wilson. Special thanks to Chris Skinner. Music is by the Rathbones.